Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Canadian Islander Fan. This is the last game of the West Coast trip that I said I'd be covering. So, looking forward to this game. I'll tell you, when you're used to games at 4:30, it's a long wait till 7:30 for game time. I tell you, it seems like with every minute passing, this game gets bigger and bigger as we go. A lot of good things going the Islanders' way, and we had one bad break go against us, but it's nothing that doesn't keep anything in our own hands of what we can do here. So basically, it's been a good night already. And since we're the last game of the evening against San Jose tonight, we'll know what everybody's pretty much done before we even start our game. So it's looking perfect in the Ranger Penguin game as the Rangers are ahead 6-0 now in the third period. And I'll tell you this, if you're a New York Islander fan and you're not cheering for the New York Rangers tonight, we got to have a little chat because it's team first, and that's the Islanders. So you got to get over your own personal stuff and think Islanders first, just like the guys on the team first before individual. So anyway, go Rangers. Perfect. Oh, excuse me here. Sorry about that. I had to cut myself off there. Okay. So we got that good thing going for us with the Penguins losing 6-0. We had the Detroit Red Wings lose earlier today to Boston. So that pretty much is just about doing it for the Red Wings. They're pretty much toast, and the Leafs could have done a better job tonight, but they let the Senators get a point. And once again, the Senators and the Wings are starting to drop off now, as is Washington. So it's really come down pretty much to a three-horse race. It's pretty much down to Pittsburgh, Islanders, and Florida for two of the three playoff spots. So it seems likely that that's what it's going to come down to. And right now, Florida is really hot. And if they hadn't had their miracle comeback today, which, by the way, the Devils going into the third period were winning 2-0 and are 28-0-2 entering the third with a lead. And they give up 4 goals to lose 4-2. And so much for that perfect record. Picked a really great time to blemish that record. Devils, thanks a lot for nothing. If we end up playing you in the playoffs, we're not going to take it easy on you. I'll tell you that right now. You probably don't want to play us. That's right. So yeah, so that's looking good. Overall, things are looking sweet for us. However, the point is moot if we don't win tonight. This is just absolutely the biggest game of the entire year. And we're starting Ilya again. No Josh Bailey. 2 positive signs for us. So I'm looking forward to it. I will be disappointed with anything but a win tonight. I don't care how. I don't care. Shootout, overtime, I don't care, but 2 points is a must. So I'm pumped for this game, man. I'm sure you guys are too. Hey, it's a late night game. It's Saturday night, so come on, you got to stay up late Saturday night and give it your all. So I just had to burn off a whole bunch of tension by playing the drums for 2 hours before I came and jumped on the podcast here. So anyway, looking forward to this nice game. Let's hope we get off to a good start, and I'll see you in between the second and third period.
After one period of play, New York Islanders are tied with the San Jose Sharks 1-1. And for me right now, after what I saw in the first period, that's a happy tie of 1-1. I didn't think the Islanders looked very good in that period. And one of the reasons, it's so weird, but one of the reasons why they probably didn't look so good is because they got 3 power plays. And we play better 5-on-5 than we do with the power plays, and we look so awful on the power plays that we can't even get it into the zone. At least when it's 5-on-5, we put some pressure on, but really disappointed in the Islanders' effort at the start of this game. Like, they were being outworked badly by San Jose, and I'm just shaking my head. I'm going, geez, these guys have been in this time zone now about a week. They just had the last 2 days off. there couldn't be a bigger, more important game to play than this game tonight, and they come out like that. Like, if I didn't know better, and somebody told me one of the teams is fighting for a playoff spot, who is it? I would have said San Jose, because they were working their butts off, skating all over the place, and the Islanders were just slow, methodical. It was like, holy smokes. And San Jose was on top of us before we even knew it. So yeah, really disappointed. The power plays were absolutely horrid. I don't know what I can't remember last time we had a good power play. I really can't. I can't even think of the Tavares era that we actually had a good power play. Maybe with Vanek. Can't remember. But man, this is horrible. Horrible. It's been so long. And to make matters worse, I see that now Bo Horvat is just, you can see it. He's holding his stick tight. And I said this in one of the other podcasts that I've seen a whole bunch of chances that Bo's had with us since he's been with the Islanders, that those plays were going in the net for when he was in Vancouver. It's not the, like a lot of people say, well, it's the style, it's the way the team played and everything. That, yeah, I guess a little bit, some of it is, but like I said, if you get those same opportunities and you don't bury them, it's got nothing to do with the style. It's got nothing to do with the team. It's just got to do with you. So I can see it's been building in him in the last few games, and you can see it out there in this period. Yeah, so hopefully Bo scores one. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders right now, and hopefully, take the weight off the world off his shoulders, and give him Matt Barzell back. Come on, please, Barzy, return. We need you, man. But yeah, really disappointed with that period. And I thought it was a pretty horrible period, really, by both teams. So all I know is San Jose probably deserved a better fate than a 1-1 tie. But yeah, that's the way it goes. So anyway, scoring for the Islanders, what a beautiful goal. JG Pajot scores his 12th of the year on an assist from Casey Cizikas on his 14th helper. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. But it was such a weird goal because Brendan and Butch are watching from the same vantage point I am on a TV, right? And way the camera angle was, I seen the move Pager made, but I didn't actually see him put the puck in the net, because the camera angle we were looking at, once he made that move around like this to go to his forehand, he had his back directly to the camera, and you couldn't see the stick in front of him, what he was doing with it. And I'm going, oh my God, what a beautiful move. If he hung on to that puck, he must have, I hope he tucked it in that empty net. And well, you don't hear nothing because the crowd noise on the San Jose feed, man, you can barely even hear the crowd. And a lot of it's got to do with the sound noise. And then all of a sudden I see Pager celebrating, and I go, yeah, okay, I guess that was a goal. I thought it should be, but you never know. He could have lost the handle on it or whatever. So anyway, that brought life back into us. And I guess if we want to talk about anything, the last 5 minutes or so, we started to pick it up. I should mention too, that was a shorthanded goal by Pager. So that was sweet. And now with everything that's settled out in the NHL tonight, the Islanders need to win this game. Like, we're only 1 point out of going the wrong way. So yeah, let's get on our horses, Alice. Get me excited. I want to be excited, and I wasn't excited that period. There was nothing to be excited about except for Pager's beautiful move. So let's get on it. Anyway, I'll see you all between the second and third period. Let's go Islanders. Come on, we can do this. Let's go Islanders. I did say I'll take the 2 points. No, I don't care how. I did say that. So as long as you come out with 2 points with this, I'm all good. All right, take care. After 2 periods of play, the New York Islanders take a 3-1 lead over the San Jose Sharks. Now, that's more like the period I want to see out of the Islanders, but Boy, oh boy, that power play of ours, oof, it's got something to be desired. If we don't fix that, that's gonna kill us. Especially in the playoffs. Like the power play's so huge in the playoffs, but we need the power play to get us in the playoffs. But hey, let's be happy we're up 3-1 in this huge game tonight that could put us into the first wild card spot to 2 points ahead of Pittsburgh, which would be sweet. Would really enjoy that. But what a great period from the Islanders. They finally woke up and they seem to be skating and hitting and doing all the things that they're supposed to do. And look what happens when you do that. And but with 3 minutes left to play, Sorokin stops a breakaway, makes a couple of big saves right in the very last seconds there. It's funny, you know, like a 3-goal game, a goal from San Jose on any one of those, all of a sudden it's 3-2 going into the third. You got a whole different ball game going on. So big saves once again by Ilya, even though he hasn't had a whole lot of action in this game, but he's coming through when we need him. So that's the important thing. But overall, I think the Islanders are looking really good in the second period. They need to keep it up in the third and take it to them. But I'm a little bit worried that San Jose may get 1 or 2 power plays in the third because that's pretty much the NHL playbook. So they're guaranteed 1 for sure. So yeah, and they're pretty much going to have to commit murder to get 1 called against them. So we need a big third period here. This is it. This puts a capper on a West Coast trip that would be a fantastic. 2 out of 3 would be perfect. It's what we all kind of were hoping that we could come away with, but you never know on the West Coast. They can come up with 3 duds out there. We've seen them do that a few times. So yeah, super excited. I was all pumped up, some big woo, and we score a power play goal. Wow, holy smokes. But we open it up pretty early in the period, and Kyle Palmieri with his 12th goal of the year. And my gosh, what a beautiful deflection. Absolutely gorgeous. It's one of those drag deflections that you do with the stick. It's as the puck hits it, you just a little bit of a pull back on the stick and has that drag effect, and it dragged it right through the 5-hole. That was a thing of beauty. But Scotty Mayfield made a beautiful play on the blue line to keep that going. So good on him. And also Dobson picked up an assist as well. So Dobson's, slowly chipping in a point here and a point there. So they're kind of secondary assists. So we kind of need more out of Dobson. But you know what? We're a team by committee. And if you've seen what we've been doing lately, everything's by committee. This is the type of team we are and should be. And there should be no reason to have dreaded slumps. We got so many 20 goal scorers that could be 20 goal scorers on this team that aren't 20 goal scorers that should be, because they just don't put the puck in the net. And keep the lineup healthy and whatnot. And I think we can get 20 out of almost everybody on the team, it seems like. So, we just need to hang in there, win by committee until Barzil gets back, if he ever gets back. But yeah, that's what we need to do. Stick around. But what a beautiful goal by Kyle. That was gorgeous. It was huge. I let out a big yelp for that one as I was finishing off my second Corona, like a big woohoo. And then Ryan Pollock. I wish we're not getting the miles per hour on his shots. I would have liked to know how fast that one was going in, the goal that he scored. What a beauty off his back foot. Ryan Pollock scoring his 4th goal of the year. And who else to assist? Our new hero, Hudson Fasching. Way to go, Hudson. Good job. I think that was his 7th assist. And Pierre Engvall with his 11th assist of the year. So a power play goal for the Islanders. So rare to have. So anyway, I'm excited. Like I said, I don't care how we get the 2 points. I'd like to lock it down and maybe give me one more goal early so that I can yeah, just semi-relax in the third period here. Anyway, I'm all pumped up for the third period, so we're going to see you after the game. Hopefully, this smile is still on my face when I see you next. The New York Islanders defeat the San Jose Sharks 4-1 in a huge, monumental game tonight that the Islanders needed to win oh so badly. I am very excited right now, but I have to say, throughout the night, I had a very calm, for me, demeanor about my cheering tonight. Like I wasn't like really nervous and everything. And the reason being is because and this doesn't happen very often, but I actually expected a win tonight. I thought, you know, you guys just don't have a heartbeat if you don't win this game with everything that's all the things lately that's been going in their favor and a chance to make a actual serious move. And we did that, and I'm so excited. Yeah, so a beautifully played game by the Islanders, did just exactly what they had to do. I was watching the post game, and Thomas Hickey said that was this game good enough to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs on Tuesday? Probably not. And he's right. But then he was right again when he just went and said, but you only play to what you're playing against. So all you have to do is beat that team at that time. Doesn't mean that their level won't be up there on Tuesday night when we hit the up against Maple Leafs. That's going to be a huge game. But let me say this, and welcome all you Islander fans. Welcome to Wildcard One Spot. Boom. There we go. Back in there. The first time we stepped in, we didn't think we'd be there very long with all the games that Pittsburgh had in hand. But you know what? I remember there was a time there when we were up there with Pittsburgh. We had the second wild card spot. Pittsburgh was 2 points ahead of us with 4 games in hand. And there was a whole shitload of 6 other teams that had about 5 or 6 games in hand on us. And if they won all their games, they would pass us. And then slowly that slipped down to, okay, now they all have 4 or 5 games in hand on us. And now it went to 3 and 4, and it's, you have to win them all now just to catch us, with the exception of Florida right now. They're 2 games behind us and only 3 points behind. But forget Florida. I say forget Florida. I've been doing this for weeks now, where everybody's worried about all these teams catching us. I've been focusing on how can we get past Pittsburgh into wild card 1 spot to avoid the Boston Bruins. And you know what? It is now a reality, because all of a sudden, teams only have 1-2 games in hands on us. Some are even. Washington's even with us, but they're 5 points back. But oh no, make that 7 now, because we won tonight. Well, I guess they have a game in hand now. Well, good for them. I hope you win it, guys. But anyway, the point of the matter being is that the Penguins right now are 2 points behind us with 2 games in hand. And that they are 100% within our reach right now. It's not just let's get that wild card 8 spot and fend off all these 6 other teams chasing after us and that. And now look at us. Look at it. It's definitely down to a 3-horse race right now, as Bush described it on the broadcast tonight, for sure. I want to say one thing about the game in San Jose tonight. And I watch a lot of hockey, folks. Like, when you guys flip off, or most people flip off their TV, I watch hockey the rest of the night here, especially being on the West Coast, because the last game always ends by 10:30. So I'll always tune into the Western Conference games, or if there's an Eastern Conference team that means something to the Islanders, I'll watch that game. And anyway, I'm always watching hockey. But the point of the matter is, I've always thought that San Jose was just a really boring team, and it finally dawned on me tonight what it was. It's not that they're boring. It's, I've never seen a broadcast put out a broadcast like that. Like, they almost completely had fan noise off. I have no idea whether it was loud, quiet, or what, but it sounded like a Morgan there. And they also have the high camera angle, the one from the, from the press box kind of deal thing. And that combination just gives the illusion of a very, very boring game. But hey, who cares about what the game looks like? The point is, we won the game, and we are now in wildcard 1 spot. We are 2 points ahead of the Penguins, 3 points ahead of the Panthers. Panthers have a couple games in hand on us. Penguins got a couple games in hand on us, but so one team can go 1 point ahead of us and the other team can go 2 points ahead of us. We're right there, folks. We're right there. We got our fate in our own hands, man. We just got to win, 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 win. And we did what we had to do in the third period. Played a perfect road third period with a 2-goal lead. And not only did we play it perfect, but then we added to it. So that's even more perfect. So great third period. I mean, there wasn't a whole ton of excitement. Ilya doing his Ilya things. I don't know, like, this is a couple times Ilya's had a bad game or two and people seem to freak out, and I never worry. I don't worry. I know I don't worry. He's no fluke. So yeah, he stood tall tonight, 30 shots against, only giving up 1 goal. So Ilya keeping it in us once again. I'm beginning to wonder if the only way Varlamov gets a spot is if we clinch a playoff spot. So not a spot, but a start. It's possible. Anyway, as I said, we chipped in a goal in the third period there. And that would have been none other than Zach Parise. What a beautiful goal that was. Beautiful tip. And I was talking last night about how I'm hoping Zach will hit 20. Well, he got his 18th on a nice play from Romanoff and Pajot. And that made it 4-1. Any kind of drama that was left in the game was gone. But what a tip. What a tip. Zach is amazing hands for an old dude. And yay, old dudes. Way to go, Zach. I cheer you on all the time, man. Power to the old people. So anyway, it was gorgeous. It was like top shelf and beautiful. Anyway, I so hope he gets his 20 goals. I want him to get his 20 goals. I want the team to feed him until he gets his 20 goals, because I really think he deserves it. And at 38 years old, you got a guy chipping in with 20, which we all said was possible from, what is this now? This is second year with us, right? Not third. So I can't remember, but anyway, maybe we said that when he came over, but people laughed, and now here he is, right on the cusp of going to 20. So anyway, outstanding game by the Islanders. Let's talk about the players. There's not going to be much bad to say tonight at all. Let's start with Simon Holmstrom, and this is another situation that brings me back to last year's podcast when Zach Parise only had like 1 goal in the first 40 games. And I told on my podcast that people asked me, oh, what do you think about Parise being in addition to our team? I said, man, he's playing great. He is. He goes, I can't explain why the puck is not going in the net for him, but he's playing great. The guy ended up close to, did he get 15 last year? I think he got 15. And yeah, go Zach, go get that 20, man. I'm cheering for you. But anyway, I was talking about Simon Holmstrom. So anyway, I thought Simon had a really, really solid game. And the reason I was doing that comparison is because, he's got nothing to show for it on the scoreboard tonight, but every time I see him, he's doing something right. And I don't really ever see him doing anything wrong. And it seems like most of the time that he's on the ice, he's in the offensive zone. So I can't be unhappy with the contributions that Holmstrom's given us. He's given us effort. He's given us some good battle on the boards too. And that long stick, he knows how to use it as a weapon, not as a fighting weapon, but as a offensive weapon with his reaches. And if you watch Brock Nelson, he does it all the time. Like Brock has such a strong wingspan. He'll make it look like he's stretched to the max, but I know he's not. He still has another 2 feet push, and he does it. And that's what always takes the people off guard, right? And I noticed Simon has that same kind of tendency of doing that. And he can make some sweet plays. Hey, if the long stick is good enough for Barkov, why not, Holstrom? Do it. Do it. All right, Zach Parise. I thought once again the Energizer Bunny just had an excellent game, and he got rewarded again tonight with another goal. And really solid game for Zach. And I was happier than punched that he got that goal, as you can all tell. Okay, Bo Horvat. I talked about it in the first, and I think you all saw it tonight how snake bitten he is, and he's trying to look remain composed and act like he's okay with this. You know what I mean? But I can see through his soul. I can see down to his eyes, and it's just freaking killing him right now. He just wants to prove that he's worth what we traded for in that, and it's killing him. It's really killing him. But like Bush said, all of a sudden 3 goals are going to go in the net before you know it, and he could have a hat trick. And that's just the way hockey goes. But this is the whole key to how the Islanders have to work, right? You got 10 solid players. Yeah, if you got 3 of them slumping, you got 7 players left. Like, we're not talking great superstars here. We're talking Horvat, Barzellus kind of players and that. And they more than pick up the slack. The problem with the Islanders is when we go into a slump, all 10 guys go into a slump, except for Brock Nelson. Brock Nelson doesn't go into slumps. But the whole, like, you can't afford 10, like, let's just say they were 20 goal scorers, but that's kind of the type of players they are. Can you imagine having it's not like the 20 goal scorers score all the time. They score once every 4th game, right? So even at that, with them contributing, it's hard enough to win. But if they all go dry, we just have no scoring at all. And so anyway, I don't know how I got off on that tangent because I was talking about Bo Horvat. But anyway, all the efforts there for Bo. I'm not worried at all. From what I'm seeing, he's doing good, and I know he's got a present coming his way real soon, hopefully real soon. And I really expect Barzell and Horvat to really mesh. Kind of one of those, like, obviously not to, don't go by the talent, but like a McDavid, Draisaitl kind of thing, where they just know what each other's thinking and everything. I think I can see that coming for those 2 guys. So good times are ahead for Bo, but just keep plugging away, Bo. You're still playing great on the defensive side of the puck. And it was so evident tonight where I saw he got frustrated when we went on the power play and he lost the draw, and he freaking cross-checked the other center right in the lower back, and the guy went, and you can see, and I go, oh, well, there's a penalty, even up, and nothing happened, right? But that was his frustration because he couldn't even win a face-off tonight. Well, he won face-offs, but he was having a hard time winning face-offs tonight as well. So it's like everything was just piling on Bo. But like I said, he tries to keep a strong face out that he's okay and cool and that. But when the floodgates open, they'll open. Cal Clutterbuck, I thought, had a good game tonight. He was being an agitator kind of guy, which is when Cal is basically at his best. And he actually seemed to be skating good tonight. So, but we're about due for a Clutterbuck injury right about now-ish sometime around here. So hopefully, I hope I'm not cursing you, Cal. I'm just saying what happens for the last 3 years. So I hope you stay healthy, but yeah, we'll see. Matt Martin had a good game tonight too. Lots of hitting out there, and he was jamming in there. They didn't get a ton of ice time tonight, but For when they were out there, they were definitely doing the job. And 4-1 game, what can you say? Everybody was pretty much doing their job, that's for sure. Pierre Engvall. Okay. I didn't see much tonight out of Pierre, and I saw a lot of little things that he did wrong. And even though he got an assist on the power play, there's plenty of spots for Pierre Engvall, and I just don't think the power play is one of those places for his style of hockey. He's he's a gangly guy. Like he's one of those ones that it seems like he's always fumbling with the puck, but because he's so fast, he still blows by the guys, even while he's struggling trying to get the puck. And then all of a sudden it settles and he goes in and gets a goal. That's not the kind of guy we need on the power play. Now, with saying that, back-to-back nights, Josh Bailey playing the perfect game. Kudos, Josh. I never thought I'd see a day I'd say back-to-back games that Josh Bailey played well tonight, but he was fantastic in what he did tonight. Fantastic. So anyway, I would rather have Engvall than Bailey out there, is what I'm saying. In a roundabout kind of way. All right, Hudson Fasching, man, chips in with an assist. Did you see that play where he fought that guy, like from checking perspective? It was only about 15 feet in front of the goaltender, and the guy was trying to skate, and it kept looking like, oh yeah, Fashion's not going to get him, and he still got the puck and whips around and tries to take a shot. I just love that kid's effort, man. He's a keeper for sure. Guys like, man, when you strike gold with a guy like that, and we're lucky enough that we're the team that struck gold with him. And we could have a real deal on our hands here if we lock him up like a 3-4 year cheapo contract, which would help us for years to come in the cap situation. That's for sure. I am uber impressed by Hudson Fasching. His whole game was fantastic tonight. His board work is amazing. Really is. I rarely see him lose a board battle. Unless he's out team 2-1 or 3-1 or something like that. But sometimes he even wins those. So yeah, uber impressed with Hudson for sure. Kyle Palmieri. Yes, Kyle. I knew it, man. I knew it. If you just need to stay healthy, you're playing the Kyle Palmieri kind of hockey right now that we expected when the trade was made for you, because that's the kind of hockey you were playing right before it. And now, since you're short return here, you're playing that way, and you look fantastic. Like you're all over the place. You're skating fast. You're playing with that edge again. Gotta like that edge. Yeah, and you're playing with confidence. And that shot, I love that shot, man. So another great game by Palms tonight. Way to go, Palms, putting another tally on the board, grabbing his 12th goal of the year. Good for you, buddy. All right, that brings us to Anders Lee. Anders had a hard-working game. He probably could have ended up with a few points on this night if Bo had buried any of his chances. But Anders had a good game. He was working the boards really well. I think Anders doesn't get enough credit for how he possesses the puck and how he slows the game down, and he doesn't start it back up again until the Islanders are at an advantage. So basically what I'm saying is he uses his body to shield off a person. He's going in, and once he realizes he's not going to make it, then he starts shielding the puck and does a slow curl around to keep possession of the puck. All the guys have gotten in, and now we're sitting in a good spot. Where initially he was just skating really fast and probably going to lose a foot race anyway. So some really smart plays by Anders doing that. He does it quite often. So maybe look out for that with Anders. He does it really, really well. And he just slows the game right down until it's advantage Islanders. It's really something to watch. like that tweet about Tavares toiling in the island. Let's see who's next. Brock Nelson. Okay, well, Brock, he was doing okay out there. Didn't play like he did last night, but you know what? That's how this team is built. This time it was Palmieri's turn, and it was Pollock's turn, and it was Parise's turn, and so it didn't have to be Brock tonight. So that's how the Islanders should operate. Yet Brock wasn't really having an overly bad game. He was just having a hard time getting engaged. And sometimes that's not the fault of the player. I've been in situations where I couldn't get engaged in the game. It was like the play was never coming my way. All the action going on was on the other side of the ice, or we were hemmed in or something, you know what I mean? And it's really when you're involved in a game where you're not engaged and you're trying to get engaged, it's really hard. It's really hard because then you're going to start making mistakes so that you get into the play with the puck. So you can't do that because you're leaving areas where you're supposed to be defending and stuff like that. Yeah, oh yeah, I played some defense too. Yeah, and I didn't just score. I knew how to play defense. Pager, I said 3 games ago when he returned, I said, I'm so excited about Pager coming back. I think this is going to make such a big difference for us. And then I said, I don't know why, because he really wasn't playing that good this year. He hasn't been playing that good this year. I just said, I think we need his presence, just having him back, and that possibility that he could go back to playing like we know he can play. And guess what? For the last 3 games, he's been playing that way, and he was a huge part of this West Coast swing for us. Pager really stuck out tonight. Great game for him. I thought he was the first star on the Islanders for sure. I don't know what the stars were tonight. I didn't check that. I don't really care about stars, but if I was naming stars for the Islanders tonight, I'd had JGP right at the very top. So nice game, Pager. And last but not least for the forwards, we got Casey Cizikas. Another good game. It was like Butch was saying tonight. It's like he still thinks Casey still thinks he's young or something. Like he goes into the boards with reckless abandon, no care for his own safety. He's, you gotta love his determination and effort when he goes into the boards and that, and he's and he's hustling. He was hustling tonight. Like he hustles some nights, but not like tonight. Tonight was I'm on my toes kind of hustle. So really good game by Casey, I thought, as well. Pretty good game by all the Islanders, if you want to be honest about it. And so let's go to the D, and we're talking about Adam Pelech. Another great defensive game by Adam. What can you say? Guys, so underappreciated in the NHL. Not by the talking heads. The talking heads all know who Pelech is and appreciate him for what he is. But sometimes I even wonder if they really know just how good Adam Pelech is on the defensive side of the puck. Really good. So, and Pollock, man, he was hammering away tonight from the blue line. Finally picked up a goal. He's gotten 3 goals in the last little bit. He was on one forever there. And so he's coming out of his funk just a little bit. And I would like to have known how fast that goal went in. But it was even after that, about 30 seconds after the goal, he let another one go that missed the net. I would love to have seen what the mileage on that one was, because he was letting bombs go tonight, that's for sure. So good game by Pulley. It's nice to see his offensive stats starting to pull up. We do need offensive production from him. So, and it was nice that it was on the power play for us, and it's nice that it was the second line. So we know the second line wasn't suffering by missing Josh. So yeah, maybe they got better. Who knows? Just things to think about. All right. And then who else we got? We got Dobby, of course. Dobby picking up another assist tonight. I thought he was more engaged tonight than he was last night. And he was trying to carry the puck more. And he was dancing when he was in the when he was in the zone. So I thought Dobby had a good game, one of his better games in quite some time. And I really wouldn't put it at the top of Dobby game, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just talking about lately. So this was definitely a top game for his lately games. So I still think he can be way better. Well, I know he can be because we've seen it. However, the one thing we don't know about is whether he can be better defensively. I mean, he's slowly improving in that area a little bit, but we need him to be a little bit mean. But I don't think that guy has a mean bone in his body. He just looks like, I love everybody. I love it. I don't want to hurt anybody. I can win this game without hurting people. It just seems like that to me. So Scotty Mayfield always seems to chip in a point or a goal at very important times for this franchise. I've noticed that over the years. And a lot of people are talking about wanting Scotty gone, but I'm loyal to him. I would love to have him back at the right price. I think he's such a round peg with a round hole as a fifth defenseman. That's where he should be. And if you put him up higher than that, then you can't be mad at him for what he does. But he's the perfect fifth defenseman for this team, and can sub in as the fourth of a top four. Sub in. Yeah, I would love to have Mayfield back. I hope he resigns. Thought Scotty had a really good game tonight. Sebastian Aho, ouch. Okay, so I say, first off, it sucks that he got injured, but I say if you're gonna call anybody up, it's got to be Bolduc. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. But I think Bolduc's the guy to bring up in this situation if Sebastian isn't healthy. I know Salo's more to his kind of style, but I think Salo's really fallen down our depth chart. And I think Bolduc is the right move. Who knows? Maybe Sebastian will be ready to go for Tuesday. You never know. Never know. Romanov, wow, what a great game he had tonight. This is one of his better games as an Islander. He was that hit he laid out, man. I could see it coming. I'm going like, dude, get your head up. Get your head. Whoa, rock him, sock him. Love it. But Romy was doing a lot of other really good things tonight. Like he was skating really good tonight, and his passes were crisper. His clears from the zone were crisper, but he was skating the puck out a lot, and he was going into the offensive zone. And yeah, really liked what I saw going out of Romy tonight. That hit was awesome. That was a beauty, man. And Soroki, what can you say? 30 shots, 1 goal. Or I guess, what was it? Yeah, 30 shots, 1 goal. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And he certainly made some huge saves at a very critical time, especially when it seemed like he wasn't doing much tonight. But he actually, that's because we're so used to that kind of Sorokin that it just seems, come on, where's the real stand on your head save, Soroki? We know you got one of those in there. Anyway, guys, that's about all I got for you tonight. Really excited about it. Fantastic of us being able to move up into Wildcard 1. And now Pittsburgh Penguins are definitely in our picture. Panthers are in our picture, and so are the Penguins. And I think that's what it's coming down to. And hang on to your hats. What I'm personally hoping for, Islanders Wildcard 1, Florida Wildcard 2. And I'd love for that to happen. Wouldn't that be awesome? They're not sure whether to sign their core 3 guys because they're getting older and that, but they say the heck with it. They've got lots left in them. Well, let's give them 6 years each. And the first year of those contracts, they miss the playoffs. That would be freaking awesome. Awesome, I say. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys and girls tonight. Y'all take care out there, and peace out. Wow.